You've seen the detention center's rooms stuffed with families waiting to get into the United States. There's no bigger issue in Texas than the immigration crisis.
Yeah, President Trump is trying to stem the flow, threatening new ICE raids and enacting new rules. But as Bradley Blackburn found out, so many migrants are still willing to face dangerous conditions to get here. And even if they're allowed in, their journey isn't over. Bradley?
Chris, Izzy, that journey brings them to a place just a few blocks from where I'm standing. So many of us pass it every day without ever going inside. But if you do, you'll see how we're connected to what's happening at the southern border. And the stories unfolding for families there continue right here. There is no Statue of Liberty in downtown Dallas, no waterfront port. But in the center of our city, vessels are arriving, carrying immigrants. They're still tired, still poor, still huddled together, and they are here.
Muy difícil, más por los niños. Es muy difícil, el camino es muy duro.
At the Greyhound bus terminal, all hours of the day and night, you'll find families experiencing the U.S. for the first time. Next to the Pizza Hut and the vending machines under the harsh fluorescent light, we came to see their faces and hear their stories.
¿Por qué viniste a los Estados Unidos?
Porque no hay trabajo y también mucha delincuencia y nosotros vamos en una busca de un futuro mejor para nuestras familias.
These are the fathers, mothers, and young children who claimed asylum at the border and have just been released from detention centers. Everything they have packed in a few bags, navigating a new foreign world. Lydia from Honduras and her son carrying a sign to say they don't speak English. They came straight from McAllen. When I asked her to describe the center where she spent 6 days, she cried.
Pero sí, mi deseo es trabajar acá.
The people here have just been released, given a bus ticket at the border. Some will live in North Texas, but for many this is a layover.
¿Cuántos años tienen?
4.
Kids who wait for hours, sometimes days, for the next ride.
En Chicago.
Chicago.
Sí, Chicago.
To meet relatives or friends in cities like Chicago, New York, Washington. And the bus they take from here can decide their future.
It can make a huge difference in their case.
Pilar Ferguson is an attorney who works with asylum seekers. She explained their final destination can determine which court hears their claim and whether permanent asylum is granted for things like gang violence.
Here in Texas, they don't like those types of cases. They won't grant them asylum, but that doesn't mean that they don't warrant asylum. It's just the case law within the Fifth Circuit, within Texas, it's different than if you were in California, if you were in New York, if you were in Miami.
En mi país está dura la delincuencia. Esa secuestra mucho a los niños. La economía está súper preocupante.
Esperanza came from Ecuador
5 años.
with her young daughter and 14-year-old son.
Sí, es muy duro.
¿Por qué?
O sea, cuando llegamos, o sea, sí nos sentimos felices al saber que ya estamos ahí. Y yo pensé que ya había pasado todo. Pero cuando nos llevaron a ese centro era horrible porque el piso es de piedra, lo que ellos dicen cobijas es un aluminio.
Llevo ya un mes casi. Yo salí el 3 de junio.
She told me they spent all their money to make this journey. Already there has been loss. Her daughter's father still in the detention center. Their family split.
Bueno, eso es lo que más me duele, que vinimos 4 y solo estamos 3. Se quedó él ahí.
Her name means hope, and that is what she has.
Me siento muy feliz de estar aquí con vida.
Like so many, starting a new life with a stop right here. In Dallas, I'm Bradley Blackburn.